Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 1 Year. My name is Jay.
My name is Vilnius, and yeah, you're right, Jay. We have had an entire year of doing this
An entire
podcast
year.
now. We've been going
And
for
a
365 days.
366, because last year. Oh, well, no, but it was after the leap year we
Oh,
started. I don't know.
hmm.
I'm confused. I don't know numbers.
Yeah, we cannot count on this podcast.
Well, that's why we have 15 episode 4s.
Exactly.
It has been a year of we've loved being able to disappoint you week after week, and to give you fantastic listening content every single time we disappoint you, of course.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, this podcast has been, a hell of a time to make. Obviously, this isn't like this isn't like the first big milestone we're celebrating because I'm pretty sure we've had like 3 milestone episodes already in like 52.
Yeah,
So,
we've had we had 25 was the After Archer segment episode. Then 26 was we're just doing 26 again for this episode, and then we had 50, which was our Jeopardy special.
Jeopardy special was a hoot of a time.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a lot of fun.
and I think what I would say rather than we're doing 26 again is we're doing a little update, right? Because
Hmm, hmm.
during our first 26 episodes, we had 25 episodes. They were of a different breed. They were, our podcast started. The theme was pretty different when we started. Theme is a strong word, but it was pretty different when we started. But now, we've kind of grown into the podcast a little more,
Hmm.
and it's been really great.
It's
So
a
I
lot less
I think.
planned ahead. The episodes are pretty much now we just sit down and talk for an hour. For better or for worse, that's what we do now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm not really sure if that's a good thing. I mean, maybe. It could reasonably be a good thing. I mean, we've had some really great, or at least in my personal opinion, I don't know if Vilnius and I differ on this. We've had some specifically very funny episodes.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think, yeah.
There's been plenty of good to come out of the change, but every once in a while, without the pre planning, when neither of us have anything to say, the episodes do quite
Drag
drastically
out.
drop in quality. But yeah, as Jay said, we're just kind of doing that again now, doing the top 5 episodes past 26.
I just do want to just like quickly, I know we don't have a lot of viewers and we have fun with the fact that we don't, but anybody who is listening, thank you very much for listening.
Yes.
We greatly appreciate it, especially if you've stuck with us through the past year, which I know has been very difficult for everybody. Let's be
Hmm,
frank.
hmm.
Let me be franks.
Hey.
I'm so funny. I used a punny joke. Um, but I think this has brought a light to us last year, and I hope it has to you as well. And here's to the next year.
Yeah, yeah. This podcast has definitely been a good way for me to stay sane.
Staying sane is something that is a bit harder than it may seem these days. So I can definitely second Vilnius on that. And I mean, without further ado, I think let's dive into our personal top fives out of the last 26 episodes of our sanity. Vilnius, do you want to start?
Sure, I can drop us
All
off,
right.
or I can start us
Yeah.
off. Either way, though, I'm moving on to my fifth favorite episode from the past half a year. That
As if
being,
we had anything to move on from, but yes.
that being episode 31, the best episode,
Ooh.
featuring Sam and
Ooh.
Colin. Now, this
But mostly Vilnius.
episode is a big mess of an episode filled with possibly the most technical difficulties of any of our episodes on everyone's end. Uh, especially mine and Craig's, though. I got dropped from the call like 50 times, and Craig recorded half of the podcast. Um, and also, it was just a mess. None of us had any plan, and we were constantly just stumbling over each other without any real direction. Um, but in the chaos, it's like it's really funny to look back on. At the time, I think we had all decided it was like the worst thing we had ever made. And perhaps it still is. But I don't know. The stupidity and insanity of it all is a lot of fun to go back to. Um and there's some really funny bits in there as well. It was also really fun to
Yeah,
edit. It was the first time, we I had had more than 3 audio tracks to work with, and there were a bunch of audio issues on some people's ends, so I had to do like a lot of I don't know, a lot of different things than I would have in my normal editing, which made it a good project to work on.
yeah. I mean, I gotta say, that episode has aged like a really bad wine. And you gotta love it for it. As I love to say, many entered, only one left. Vilnius was left standing.
That was a very good joke, Jay.
I think what was that? Did I say was that one of the Jeopardy questions or something?
I don't think
I'd have
so.
to. I can't remember
Oh,
exactly what it
oh,
was. It
yes, it
was
was. How did I forget about that?
Vilnius and Jay speak to two guests at the same time, but things go awry and Vilnius is the last one standing. Yeah, I mean, what a great and horrible episode. Just just it was fun to make and just so strange to listen to. Uh it didn't personally make it on my list. Um
Understandable.
but I must say I have fond memories regarding that episode.
What is your number 5, Jay?
My number 5 is the start of our like our new era of things, our most recent era of we talk about anime too much, and that would be the episode "Let Me Be Franks."
Mm,
First of all, I think it's a very funny or a very punny. Oh God, I hate that I just said that. I think it's a good title. Um, I think it's a very good title. I think Vilnius. I think you came up
I
with that.
did come up with it,
Uh,
but I stole it from a video I saw on YouTube.
oh, that's right. That's right. You did. I remember that. I was with you.
Yeah,
Um, or not with you. We
yeah,
were on the
yeah,
phone or
yeah.
something.
I don't.
Um,
I didn't watch the video. It was just like in my feed, and I was like, "Oh, this will be perfect for a title."
or maybe yeah, maybe you just told me after. So I guess I like this episode so much for more of a personal reason. Just because that was an interesting time. And Throwing in the Franks, I'm not sure how deserved it is now, but it is like my favorite show of all time.
Hmm.
I think I need to watch it again. I don't know if I can handle that much emotional stress, but I could try to tough it out and watch it again so that I actually get an even better feel for it. But like it overtook shows that I did not think would be
Hmm.
overtaken. That's how much I liked it. So this was kind of at a time where I was pretty happy with the show I was watching.
Yeah.
So that's a good time to remember.
Rewatching it
That's about
is
it
a
though.
good idea. I enjoy watching favorites, or rewatching favorites,
Yeah.
rereading things. I actually had this one on my fourth spot as well.
Oh,
I
well,
found this one
fantastic.
very fun. I thought it was fun to listen to you talk about this show. Uh, I thought you gave a very glowing take on it, which I don't know. I always enjoy listening to people just uh go on about their favorites, and there's kind of a and the joyous feeling of it all. I don't know. I also remember it being pretty funny. The buy bit, I like the
That's right.
sponsorship bit, um, which has like entered our lives in the real world now. Like we reference that. in calls and such.
We reference it consistently.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of covered it all. Uh, I guess I like the thumbnail a lot. That's a thing. It's one of my favorites. I did. I I love the Pingu drawing, the Jack's Boy Pingu drawing over the
The
by.
Pingu drawing feels so out of place, and it's really funny.
I needed something to fill the space, and I just saved that photo to my computer. I was like, I'll just use this.
I think the Pingu thing was really funny, just given that the entirety of like the rest of it was decently colorful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the figure drawing is so just. s-
Oh, and I
it,
forgot. There's like Nidhoggmon hiding in the corner as well. The
who?
Digimon.
Oh, like behind. Who is that guy?
Hikaru from Oron.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I recognized him, and I was like, I do not remember the episode where Hikaru has a band-aid on his face.
Neither do I. It was just I.
Maybe that's from the manga.
No, that's a
Well, no, but
screenshot from the anime. Uh,
hmm.
I didn't take the screenshot. I just googled like Oron
Well,
High
yeah,
School
yeah.
Host Club because you mentioned it there as well as like the only other anime or one of the only other anime you had
Oh,
watched, and
that's because what was it? I watched Oron, right?
mm-hmm.
I finished it, and I was like, I'm gonna bask in the glory of the ending of Oron. And then the next day, I watched all of One Punch Man, and then the day after that, I started Darling in the Franxx and finished it in 3 days. So,
Oh yeah, I
so
forgot that you
Oron didn't
watched
last
it
for
that
very long.
fast. That's a 26 episode show.
Yeah, Vilnius, and if I hadn't gotten tired on Saturday night, I would not have finished the last 2 episodes right when I woke up on Sunday morning. Like, I got out of bed, sat down, and watched the last 2 episodes.
That's pretty cool.
Instead of like hanging out with my family as I usually would when I wake up in the morning, like going down and saying hello. No, I just watched the show. I was kind of worried they'd come in and be like, what the hell are you doing? But, but it's fine.
So yeah, that's my number 4. What is yours?
My number four, I guess for a similar reason, but I felt like a lot of things about this episode were good, was garbage flavor.
Hmm.
Um, Episode 44. I don't know what you think about episode 44. I don't remember if we've talked about it. But first of all, this thumbnail, I think maybe my favorite thumbnail. Um, Out of any episode,
Yeah, I think it's
possibly.
the one I've probably put the most time into.
I mean, dude, it looks amazing.
Thank
Um,
you, thank you.
so also that image of the quintuplets girls, obviously with Isuka and who's the other one? Nino, is now my screensaver or my desktop image.
Hmm.
Vilna sent that to me actually as he was making it.
Yeah, I found
He
that I
sent
was
me
like,
that image.
oh yeah, this would make a good wallpaper if you want it, Jay, because I knew you were pretty into it at the time.
Yeah, and I gotta be frank with you, I am not really at all anymore. Well, I'm sure I will be when I finally finish the last 3 episodes of Date Alive season 2 and watch the second season of
Hmm.
Quintuplets, which I started, but I'm now extremely excited for.
Did it finish
Um,
airing?
it did, yeah. I think it finished over spring break, maybe
Mm-hmm.
last Thursday, but I may be wrong. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So that's like super exciting. Um, so
Yeah, I
I
also
am,
like that episode though. That was a fun one to record. Uh the thumbnail, yeah, I like the thumbnail a lot. Um there was a lot of anime coverage. There was almost kind of like one of our old
that was
ones where we just like had a set number of things to talk about and we just kind of like went about our set things.
I remember I came into that episode and I was like, dude, I have watched 3 shows.
Yeah.
Um, this week I've watched 3 shows. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'd say that's my fourth favorite episode out of the last, the last bit. What about your third films?
My third is episode 49. Our Pokemon opinions are correct, featuring Pokelover 174. This one
Very nice.
was a really fun episode to do. We've been wanting to have Alvin on for a while. He always comments on like every other episode. He's very nice about it, and he's a seemingly avid listener. Um, which it's nice that he's very supportive of us. Um,
It really is.
and it was just like really fun to talk to him. Alvin has like so much Pokemon knowledge, and his insight was I don't know. I thought it was really it really added a lot to our because we go over a lot of the talking points about Pokemon that we had before, but like his insight then kind of elevated it to new heights and put it into new perspectives that we would never have been able to. And then of course there's plenty of stuff that we had never mentioned on the podcast before. Most of it was about the new announcements, the two new games, which
Yeah.
he also knew way more than I did about them, and got me to be I feel like a lot more positive feeling about both of them by the end. There were some things where I was still like a bit, concerned about, but I don't know. He really made that episode. He really made it very good. He saved it.
Yeah, I mean, Alvin adds a lot to the episode. I think it was, like you said, just to parrot what you said, I guess it was really, really nice to have him on the podcast. Um, I think he'd kind of been talking about it for a little bit, and it took us a couple weeks to get our act together. But I think when we did, it just turned out pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, it's a very chill episode. It's fun to make. I'm happy we had him on. I hope what I want to have Alvin on again. Absolutely. I think
True.
at some
Yeah,
point in the future.
it would be great to have him back. And Pokemon is
I
like
think it would be
a
very
an
fun.
endless well of discussion for us. We've brought it up 1,000 times. So,
It is an endless well of discussion, and I think there are a lot of creative things we could do on the podcast if Alvin wanted to come on
mhm.
again. I think we could come up with some really interesting ideas.
Jay
Who
versus
knows? Like,
Alvin showdown.
that's a horrible idea, Vilnius. Just so you
It
know,
wouldn't have to be a
I
podcast.
would.
Jay, did you know?
We could release a
Speaking of
video.
things, it has been 8 months since we last did a Let's Play on this channel.
Yeah, you were saying that last time. I was like, man, that's been a long time. And then I was like, well, meh.
It
But maybe we should do Let's Plays.
has been a while.
Maybe that's the move. Vilnius, can you give color commentary on Alvin and I doing Gen 8 random battles on Pokemon Showdown?
That'd be funny.
Anyways, Pokemon. We like
Pokemon. Yes,
Pokemon.
go
Um,
subscribe to PokeLover174. He is
do
awesome.
so. Alvin, go leave a nice comment, go like his
Mm-hmm.
videos, you know. Also listen to the podcast with a minute, or just the podcast in general, but specifically episode 47, because I think you made it very special and we had a good time. Was it 47?
49, yeah.
49, sorry, not 47. What was 47? 47. Oh, okay.
What is your number
No,
three?
my number 3 was really early in this cycle of 26 episodes or 25 episodes, and that is Dollar Bill Chain Lambo, baby. Now, don't get me wrong. This episode is stupid as hell, okay? And my jokes were really stupid. Honestly, the entire there was a good 15-minute segment of me just talking out of my ass, but I thought it was really funny when I listened to it. And it's I don't know. There are times when I get the sense that I'm hitting the target amount of comedy that I am trying to hit, and I felt like during that, the problem is it's not necessarily relatable jokes, but if you related to it, I think it was very, very funny. Um, and I, I, I gotta say, man, that was the first one out of the gate, out of the 26 or the 25 after episode 26. But I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was a fun one to record. It was funny. There were some pretty stupid bits in there, but I feel like it's still a fun listen.
There were
Um,
a lot of stupid
that was the
bits.
first one that you edited as
There are a
well.
lot of stupid things. It was the first one I edited, and I was dying laughing for a lot of it. But it's just because I have a really corny sense of humor. And what was it? Jesus Christ. Was it? what game was it? I forgot what it was. It was like Clash Royale. And then I just basically described a very entrepreneurial knockoff of League of Legends. Or something like that, right? And then Rocket League, except it's Clash of Clans. Pretty ingenious by my standard, or like in my opinion. I think I am a genius basically. Oh no, it was
Oh,
Brawl
oh, I
Stars,
remember it now.
except
Yeah,
it
yeah, it
becomes
was
League of
how
Legends.
to make Brawl Stars good,
Yeah.
and you just said it was. You just said it,
How to
make
make Brawl
Clash
Stars better,
Royale,
yeah.
basically.
And no, I said make League of Legends.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I think the way I said it was so frank that, like, I wasn't, like, laughing at the beginning at all. So it just sounded like I was completely serious,
Yeah, I remember
and
not
it was
catching
like
on to the joke till like you were halfway through.
and then it was like Rocket League except it's Clash Royale, or Clash Royale except it's Rocket League,
Something like
or
that.
something. Oh, no, Clash of Clans except it's Rocket League.
I can see the sports
Something
cars in the
about
thumbnail.
something about the barbarians. And what was the dollar dollar bill thing, dude? I have no idea what that was.
Uh,
I have no idea what that was about. Was that also our longest episode?
um,
Oh no. Episode 25 is an hour and 14 minutes long.
oh yeah, that one demolishes it.
Dude, our episodes have been getting really long recently again.
Yeah, we've been getting back up in the numbers. Shall I go on to my number two?
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, yes. So my number two, my second favorite episode is episode 47, Finally Finding Ourselves.
Yeah, me too, Vilnius. Wait, do we have the same two in
Yes, we
one, don't
do.
we? We have the same two in one.
Well, then
Yeah.
you can take 50.
Go on,
But oh,
Vilnius.
I spoiled it.
No,
You
no,
can
no.
take
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one.
Tell him why. You tell him why.
But
Okay, I'll
so
take number one. Yeah.
47 is the one where we took these stupid internet quizzes, and it was just a lot of fun to take and to record. Just because internet quizzes are they're always funny to take because of how strange they get, and and just how many like odd questions and unexpected answers they have.
Oh my god, that
The
last quiz,
last
man.
quiz was
Jesus.
the best. The what is your name in Spanish quiz. It was such an odd
Oh my
topic.
god. Was the one like did you have an there was a question that was like did you have an abusive or dark
Yeah,
childhood?
and they had like an image of like a child in the corner crying for like tied to one of the answers. It was that one was really weird. And then the answers had like nothing to do with the questions. Like
Dude, and on top of all that, they asked like the first question is are you male or female, and we
yeah.
both got female names. Oh my god. What a legendary quiz, man.
Yeah. That episode was just so much fun to record. I
Yo, the
remember
BuzzFeed
just
quizzes are fun.
laughing like the whole time.
Yeah, what a good one. That was one of the ones where I had like a headache from laughing at the end, I think. Like that was one of those where I was like, other than that one episode that we literally called He Can't Stop Laughing, um, that one was the one where I
Yeah.
probably laughed the hardest. Anyways, I think our lives are in jeopardy. Episode 50, our Jeopardy episode, it was probably the one of the greatest culminations of something that we had. Um, just being able to have Toby, Sam, and Colin all on at the same time. I think at the end we
Yeah.
all had a lot of fun. Um, of course, in the image I had to be wearing all my Flyers merch. Vilnius looks dapper as hell. Um, it was just what a great episode it turned out to be. Um, I think just as we probably referenced last episode, the ending was nuts. Um,
Yeah. The
we
the
s-
journey of Sam
the
was
journey of Sam was something else.
such a gripping tale.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time prepping for the episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Actually, in the thumbnail, it looks like I'm looking at you with a concerned face at how robotic you are.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
really stiff in it.
you're really stiff. It's really funny. You look like a mannequin, a Latvian mannequin that just lost the
Going to
fight and
be
lost his car.
hired by Target. Oh, dang it, Jay. Your joke.
Ah, damn, you just got wrecked, man. Um,
Win the car. Ah!
oh. Wait, no, you didn't even say it right, so it's okay. It doesn't count.
Oh,
Uh,
good. Good. I messed
yeah.
it up. I fell into a trance. I was about to commit the greatest sin
Whoa.
ever, which is to
Win the
make that
fight?
joke.
Win the fight? Whoa. Take the car. Film this just like is
But,
death. Um, but yeah, absolutely fun episode to make. That was the most time we ever spent planning an episode, I think.
oh,
Um,
definitely, yeah. So we
well,
sat down for I don't know how long it
debatably,
was.
debatably, we spent about 5 hours planning episode one, if you count the 2.5 hours of useless recording and all that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you know, yeah,
I wish we could recover those files. I would like to listen to it and see how bad it is.
I think it wasn't too bad. It was like I don't know, I don't know. Um, that episode was great. I don't know, Vilnius. You have anything else to add?
I have nothing to add. That's probably my favorite episode we've ever made. It was just so much fun. Everything turned out so perfectly. Like there were so many ways it could have gone wrong, but like because I mean the joke we had planned was that none of the guests are like avid listeners to the podcast. Sam says that he's never listened to an episode in it, and the joke was
And
like,
I believe him, dude.
"Oh no, 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 he definitely hasn't. That's complete fact." The joke was just like there were questions that were often really specific, but and there was no way they could have got them, and it could have just been them silently going, "I don't know," but they managed to turn it always into something funny and entertaining.
It was absolutely entertaining, and I think all of our like humors and stuff meshed really well. I think we found a lot of humor in a lot of our little quips there.
Yeah,
So I think overall, I agree. Probably the best episode we've ever made, like hands down. I think so. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
well, we've gone through our top five. To reiterate what Jay
and
said in the beginning of this podcast, thank you for sticking through all of this with us.
oh, we got to hit him with a song of the week before we thank him,
Oh,
fellas.
of
You guys
course.
get unthanked, man.
Yeah, we retract our thank you.
Okay.
Do you have one prepared, or
Bonus, do
should
you have
I
a song?
go?
I do have one off the top of my head. Yeah.
Okay, you go first then.
All right. My song. Yes, I still listen to Kokohaku Bungee Jump constantly on repeat. But no, it's a different song from a show I watched about a week and a half earlier. It is Kimi no Se by the Peggies.
The
It
Peggies.
is the OP. Yes, it's the OP. They're the ones that wrote Centimeter, which is probably like 3 times more famous. That was the opening for uh, Rent a Girlfriend, and it's the opening for BGS. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. One of my favorites. Uh, what a song to just bop to. All right. It's like I guess it's like J rock or whatever you want to call it. Banger of a song. I do listen to that a lot too. So go listen to it like me, and maybe we'll even be listening to it at the same time. And then you'll be like, "Wow, I wonder if Jay's listening to it right now." And I'll answer in your head like, "Yeah, man, yeah." All right, Vilnius, what's your song of the week?
Okay, well, I was gonna say something else, but you did an anime OP, so I guess I will do one of those myself. I'll go with
He
the
obliges.
first opening from Lupin the Third Part One, um, which is a really catchy and funny song. Uh, because the only lyric is Lupin the Third. They just kind of repeat it over and over. You know, but it's like it's really catchy and really fun to listen to. Uh, a very fitting opening to the show, which is very fun to watch and pretty silly and goofy. Uh, it's I don't know. It's a perfect fit for the show. I don't think I've ever listened to it outside of the context of part one, but like it gets stuck in my head pretty regularly.
That's how they should be. That's how like Kimi no Se and Centimeter and Kokohaku Bungee Jump are. They get stuck in your head. And then you sing them all the time, but you don't know the words because it's in Japanese and you also don't understand what they're saying. So you hum it very vigorously while listening to it in the
Violent
car on your
humming.
way home. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely give you guys like, I'd give you guys an example, but you're gonna have to pay for my free trial for my violent
Woo!
humming OnlyFans, and yeah, so that's something exciting that's coming up in the next year. So give it a couple weeks, and uh, I'll let you guys know about the details for that.
And now I will give you the
All right then.
details on us leaving. That's not a real. That segue doesn't really work,
Yes,
but
of course. Not
uh,
really.
thank you for listening. As we've said now, or as we were saying earlier, thank you for sticking with us through all of this. Thank you for staying through a whole year of this show. I am so glad that you got me to get on this show, Jay, and get us to do this because it's just been so much fun. And
I'm happy you joined me, man.
um, yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
listening, and we will.
and we're sorry. That's
True.
yeah.
We're sorry we're not as good as we should be.
Even though we are pretty, eh.
Yeah. We're the best in the world. Actually, we're the best podcast
Yeah, I'm
ever.
pretty
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Who could contest us? And with that, we will leave you, and hopefully you'll tune in to the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Here we go. Mamma mia, here I go. Here we go again.
My, faster than the woman. What's the line?
How can I resist this villainous?
Oh.
Faster than the woman. My, faster than the woman.